will mostly talk about some real-world case scenarios in which photogrammetry and laser scan can work together. So I will talk about a specific scan we did. This is called Piazza dei Signori. It's a beautiful square in the heart of Verona, in Italy. If you've ever been there, you'll recall the statue of Datasets. It is a beautiful square. And why did we choose this specific place? Because it has some things that can be exploited for photogrammetry and other things that have to be exploited for laser scanning. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that photogrammetry and laser scanning can work together. Both are very valid technologies, and each technology has its strengths. Basically, photogrammetry is scale independent. With the same technology, I can go from the very small to the very big. It's an easier deployment. I just need a camera. I don't need special permit to bring my camera usually. And obviously, I have superior for fidelity because we're talking about photographs. On the other hand, the scanner have a superior accuracy. You just click one button and get your scan. It's a very metric technology, and out of the box, you already have a metric scale, which you don't have in photogrammetry. So they can compensate each other. And in this square, you'll see that we have some challenges to face. Some hard-to-reach areas. For example, if the statue was 4 meters high, it's hard to get on the top of a statue with a laser scan. There were renovation and repairs, so some facades, some parts of the building were unavailable to be scanned because they were under renovation. So either you go back there and get a new permit to get to scan that, or you go with pictures that may be taken earlier or after your scan position. There were many tourists around, and as you know, when working with laser scan, you don't want people keeping going back and forth and whatever. There were a lot of cluttering in the scene. Tables from shops, plants, again, people. So it was an interesting thing to scan. And so the acquisition plan was to use just photogrammetry for the whole statue. So we took a pole, a telescopic pole, in order to get a picture from the ground and from a higher post. Then we also did a scan of the square using just laser scan. And we also did a scan of the square using just photogrammetry, by taking pictures. We took around 700 pictures, but in the end we used less than 400. And then we brought everything together, again using Zephyr. So in this presentation, I will first talk about the photogrammetry pipeline that we have in Zephyr. Then I will talk about the laser scan and photogrammetry integration for this specific dataset of Piazza dei Signori. Then I will show you some of the tools that we have inside Zephyr that can be used to obtain what I obtained in this case study. Then I will also showcase you some real-world scenario datasets that are interesting because either they showcase photogrammetry where laser scanning can't work, or when they can work together to get something that you can't get with just one technology. And in the end, there will be a small Q&A section. So this is our standard photogrammetry pipeline. And from picture to 3D model, usually the first step is to acquire the photographs. So this is pretty straightforward. This is the square, and let me stop it a second. As you can see, when we were going to do the acquisition of the square with laser scan, you see that these buildings were not available. You could not scan them. But again, we had the picture from previous days. So, getting back to the statue. This is the statue of Dante. As you can see, it's quite a huge statue. So you go there, you take your picture, and once you have taken your picture, you bring them into Zephyr. I'm going to show you now the masking process, which is semi-automatic in Zephyr. It's an optional step where you have to choose what you want to extract and what you don't want. It's very useful when you have hard surfaces, such as glass, transparent surfaces that you don't want to mess with, so you just exclude them. So in this case, it wasn't mandatory, but I wanted to show you anyways that basically you can just skip through the photos, use our semi-automated tool where you just roughly select the shape of what is in the foreground and what is in the background. And by doing so, the software automatically computes the silhouette, and then you can adjust it like with any other glass of tool. So came back into the software, now that we master, starts the actual photogrammetry pipeline. So, starting from motion, we need to obtain the camera position and orientation in respect to the subject. In Zephyr, you can select some presets. So basically, if you're scanning an urban area, a close range object, or a human, or whatever, you can select the level of detail you want. And at the end, you get those little blue pyramids you're seeing, which are the camera position, and the sparse point cloud. This is the first step in the pipeline, and it's very important to get it right. So it's important that the camera are oriented correctly in the world. You can then check it. There are all kinds of tools that I will show you later that allow you to check how good the data is. So after you've done the structure promotion step, you get into the multi-view stereo where you get a dense point cloud. It's worth noting this is not an interpolation. When people think it's an interpolation, it's not. It's a scientific process in which depth maps are generated and combined together to get a dense point cloud. The workflow is very simple. As you can see, you just basically select again the preset and you get a dense point cloud. So once you have done the dense point cloud, you can repeat the process if you don't like the result and change the settings and get everything in your own workspace. Moving on, you can get to the mesh generation. So once again, you select your input. You can move from preset, or you can select the advanced or custom mode for more experienced user. As I said, our technology has been completely in-house built, which means that we can give the power to control our reconstruction engine to the very bone of you, to every one of you. And once the mesh has been generated, it's then placed inside the workspace. So here's the mesh, and at this stage, I could repeat it again if I'm not that, or I can go to the texture generation, which is our last stage. So once again, this is still all proprietary technology, so even the photo consistency approach, as well as the texture generation, is completely in-house built, and you have the complete control over it. So once again, you select your settings, you click next, you wait for a while, and your texture mesh is then generated. So as you can see, it's for those of you who already have some experience in photogrammetry, it's a pretty simple approach with our user interface. It's very easy, it's very user-friendly, and especially it's all well documented. So you'll find all the information you need on our manual and website. It's completely in-house built. Again, I'm stressing this because I want you to understand that you can and you can really go and touch everything in our reconstruction engine. So in this case, I'm just showcasing you the source cloud, now the source cloud, and now the texture mesh. So this is actually also a movie that has been made inside of Zephyr, and I will let you show you also the movie generation tool that we have, which is pretty nice to have. So at this point, we're in our square, we got the picture, and we got the texture mesh of just a statue. Now we just have to scan the whole square. So let me show it to you. So laser scan integration. We have to bring those two worlds together. How do we do that? Well, first of all, we're in the square, we have to go and do the actual acquisition. So you take your scanner, you go to the place you need to scan, and you bring your raw data in your office. Then, just a little parenthesis. When you're going to try Zephyr, we're going to give you trials, so please feel to try it. If you have a laser scan, remember to go on our website and download the Faro fast support plugin. If you actually have installed the Faro software, you probably already said, but remember to do it. Anyways, now you have your scan. You can simply drag and drop it into Zephyr, and Zephyr will load your scan. In this case, it's a non-color scan. You just simply drag and drop it. As you can see, Zephyr is very user-friendly. And once you drop it in, you'll see that the project is unstructured, which means that you have later to make it structured using camera information. So I just now brought in my scan, and obviously you cannot work with just one scan. You'll probably want to use all your scans. So either you do the registration in another software, or you can do it inside Zephyr as well. In this case, I'm showing you a very simple example with the 3 scans. So as you can see, they're still unstructured. So I'm doing a rough realignment inside of Zephyr, and you can do that via control points or via visual gizmo, which is what I'm doing right here. So you roughly put them together, and then you can run the actual ICP bundle adjustment, which allows you to do the registration of the point cloud. As you can see, the pairing is completely done automatically. Then you can change the stop condition and usage parameter if you wish. And after a while, you finally get your final point cloud, which is still a structure. There are actually three objects of structure which I then can merge together. And in fact, this is the actual registration, the cloud-to-cloud registration for photogrammetry and laser scan. So let's stop for a second. As you can see here, I have the 2-point cloud. I have on the left the laser point cloud, which I already cleaned. Okay, as you can see, for example, I completely cut this part of the tower because there were the scaffoldings. And on the right, this is a photogrammetry point cloud I made. And if you look, it's been made with 368 features, just 368 features. So I have these two clouds, and I have to bring them together. You can do it in any way. You can set as reference the laser point cloud or the photogrammetry cloud. Usually, you set the laser scan so you have everything in the correct scale. But if you wish, you can do it the other way around. So once you've done this, you basically do repeat the same SCP. So the registration, point cloud registration. I'm moving both structured objects inside the piazza in the object, which is the instruction one. As you can see, it's basically the same approach I used earlier, and now they're in the same reference system. So I have not two clouds, but I'm still missing, for example, the statue I made earlier. So let's go step at a time, and let's start structuring the data. Now, as you can see, it's still unstructured, it's in the same reference system, but I'm not using camera information in here. So I have to tell Zephyr that I want to structure my cloudless point cloud. I can do that. I simply right-click the object that I want, which just gets clean in this example, and click Make Structure. I say that I want to compute color, I want to compute normal, and I want to use the workspace cameras. So the camera that I took with my actual DSLR. I do that, they're already in the same reference system. So it just takes a few clicks, and now as you can see, I have this canceling object that has now been colored using the camera information. You can still see this is the actual laser scan one because it's now missing the part that I cut earlier. And now I can bring everything together. So there are a lot of tools inside Zephyr. Zephyr is not just something to do the 3D reconstruction, there are a lot of tools inside. So for example, I'm now taking my laser scan structured point cloud, and I'm cutting away the statue of Dante. I simply select it and create a new layer and copy or cut. That's what you decide to do. And once I've done this, I open another Zephyr, load up my other photogrammetry workspace, and select control points. So the bare minimum is 3 control points. Obviously, more is better. And now I merge these two separate workspaces together. And now I have my workspace added to my previous workspace. And as you see now, I'm using 469 cameras because I brought in the cameras from the Dante statue. They are now in the same reference system. I'm now removing everything I made for testing. Now, here my laser scan color point cloud data with control points to bring in the Dante statue. So after a little cut and paste, I will also remove what I am missing from my laser scan, and I'm using just this data from photogrammetry. So I just select it, so I create a new layer, and I now can bring it together. So this was not available to scan in the laser scan, maybe because you need some permission, but you have it. We have the laser scan, photogrammetry Dante, and the rest is everything from the laser scan and color. And this is the final result. I'm mixing point clouds from laser scan with point clouds from laser scan with meshes from laser scan. I can bring everything together. As you can see, there is still some shadow area because that's where all the cloud was. You can still see the shadow of chairs and tables from the shops. And that would have taken a lot more effort to create, obviously. So this is how I brought together all different kinds of information. And if you think about it, it's not that uncommon. Sometimes you can't go twice in the same location. Sometimes maybe a building has collapsed, so maybe your only information is some old photographs. So even when you can't plan ahead an acquisition, sometimes you actually can't get all the information you need. And so by doing so with Zephyr, you can bring in photogrammetry with SSN data. And so this is the final result that I had about the scenario square. And as you can see, everything is still, okay, this is DLC not cooperating. But I will also post online the videos so you can download it. So as I mentioned, everything is completely perfectly aligned between SSN and photogrammetry, and I can take the information I need. You can still see a little bit of the seam between that, because I just made that with a very straight cut. So earlier I mentioned structuring using the camera from the Workspace. Something that Zephyr can do is actually use the double views from the laser scan. So if this was not the case, because as you know, this is not a separate example, but I wanted to show you this. Even if Zephyr is a photogrammetry software and focus on photogrammetry, I can use any data from laser scan as if it was from photogrammetry. So in this case, I'm bringing in an E57 scan with a double view inside embedded. So as you can see, it's still a structure and I have no cameras. But I know there is a double view that is embedded in the file. So what I can simply do is right-click my object and select structure. I cannot select the Workspace cameras, but I can select use double view. So the software will automatically decompose my spherical image into 6 equal cameras that are now shown in the tab. And now it's a perfectly normal structure point cloud, and I can do everything that I could do in Zephyr if this point cloud was from photogrammetry. So, for example, I can create a mesh, or I can use the post-processing tools that we offer in Zephyr, such as contour generation, for example. I absolutely can do that inside Zephyr, even if this is not the source of a photogrammetry dataset. So let's talk a little bit about the tools that we have in Zephyr. We have a lot of tools. So Zephyr is a complete photogrammetry solution. It's not just a reconstruction engine. So let's start with workspace management. You can do all those basic needs that many other software out there lack, and we think that are really basic stuff that you must have in any software. So workspace management. Selecting, copying, cutting, impersonation, you can do it, as I've shown you earlier. It's very easy to do. We really work a lot on user interface, so if any one of you has at any time any feedback, please let us know. We have orthographic and perspective camera as well. We also offer a lot of filters. So for example, if I just want to fill in the holes, all it takes is just a filter. Fill holes, select by number or select by size, and fill the holes. Then I can, for example, export this if I want to 3D print it, because support that as well. So all it takes is literally just a few clicks at the export button. Another tool that we offer that is very useful for some people is the red topology filter. You will lose some detail, but you will get all the triangles the same size. So especially for a professional 3D modeler, this is very, very useful. At the expense of some detail, obviously. Still, we're not Maya or ZBrush or whatever. We offer all these kind of tools. Some other tools that are pretty much useful are the selection by color. So although this is not the case in which is very useful, but think, for example, the sky when you put it in the point cloud, you can select a specific color and select all those colors within the threshold. Or you can select inside the mesh all the triangles that are bigger or smaller than a certain area or from a certain longest edge. Control points, another important tool for 3D Zephyr. You have to be able to place control point easily and reliably. We can do that. This is the most common way to do this. It's by images. So I have my control point. I select the first control point in an image. It can be a target or it can be something I can easily recognize in the scene. Then select another image, at least another image, and and select the same point, or use the automatic feature that we have. We also see the global projection error when we do so. We press OK, and our control point comes to the scene. We can also pick an entity from the scene. This is way quicker, but obviously not as accurate. So this can be useful in some cases, especially if we are doing some quick workspace merging or whatever. You just pick and edit it. So Zephyr is a scientific tool, so we obviously make available to you report analysis and statistics. So you can, for example, export a PDF with all kinds of information from your workspace. So basically we have mirror projection error, the intrinsics and extrinsics of each camera. It's just a PDF, you can embed the orthophoto, the orthomosaic. You'll get the statistics about how many points are being viewed by any camera, etc., etc. This is very useful for those who do surveys for professional. We also have an image quality index tool. Basically, this is a score and a visual aid that will tell you which parts are less in focus or have less key points, so that they may make the work harder for Zephyr. We have a confidence cloud. Basically, this is a visual representation of the red and the hot areas, meaning that we have a lot of images that see the same point. We also have tools about measurements, obviously. This is one of the easiest cases, a quarry, but for people who do surveys, these are very important. So, in this case, we are still in local implementation, so we're measuring a distance, 138.45 something. Then we will bring it into an actual reference system. So, you can measure distances, you can measure angles, you can measure areas, as well you can measure volumes, and as well as measure projected volume, especially useful for this kind of applications. So, for example, if you have to understand how much of this quarry was excavated, you simply project you project a plane over your subject. You can fit the plane to which, so you can get depth or the other parts of the volume. And in this case, this is the atom in this case. As you can see what has been excavated. So very useful tools for those who work with Zephyr. As I mentioned, reference system, what I did was just measuring. I can now measure it again once I moved it from local. I placed my control points in the WGS system, so I can select and change from a reference system to another reference system. It's very easy, just a few clicks away. So in this case, I'm bringing it in my reference system, and you will see that after I do that, any kind of measurements I will do, there will be the correct, unit. So basically, now that I am checking a distance, distances can be measurement can be done between camera and camera, camera and control points, or control point and control point, obviously. So everything is now in meters, or square meters for areas, or cubic meter for volumes as well. Survey essentials. Survey essentials. So, orthomosaic and orthophoto. Very easy to generate. You can generate it via control points, or by axis, or by current view. So, this is an orthomosaic. These are very similar between orthomosaic and orthophoto. So, once you select your method, in this case I selected using the up axis. So, in this case, this one. This is the top view. You can select either the resolution or the ground sample distance that you want, and the resolution will be computed automatically. You can select the limits via control points or easily via rubber band. And once you do so, you simply click generate, select your outputs, and you're basically done. The orthophoto generation is very similar, as I will now show you. So this is the orthophoto mosaic generate orthophoto generation wizard, sorry. So as you can see, it's very similar. You can select also manually the limits. You can also export a digital elevation model, of course, and you also have a digital elevation model viewer inside of Zephyr, so you can simply export it. Once again, here's the output. our orthophoto, our true orthophoto. We can open the digital elevation model inside Zephyr, here's our viewer, as well as very easily click, create your path, and show the actual profile. And you can export this as PDF or DXF. Some other service essentials that we offer. Control line generation, very simple. You can do it visually with our gizmo or using control points and directly typing in this box the number of sections, the steps that you want, the UAVs. Absolutely, you can do it visually or by number. You have the complete choice and control over everything you do in Zephyr. So in this case, I selected a few planes that are intersecting my mesh, and there I have my control lines that can then be exported into the Excel. So what I will show you now I just setting the Excel and opening it in other software. But basically what I will show you next are some very similar approaches to control line generation, and the algorithm is basically the user interface is basically the same, but the field of application is very different. So here's our Excel in platform. So for example, track section, let's say that I'm placing a few control points over a riverbed, or in this case, this slope. And I want to create a certain number of slices in between those control points by defining also the width and height of each slice. So as you can see, basically the same procedure you used for the control lines, but you can do it also to track sections actually. You can also do it obviously for single section as well. We also offer computer-assisted drawing. So we have a manual polyline drawing. So basically, you select a certain picture where you want to draw your polylines. It can be open or closed. You do it this way. So just pick the point and select the same point for the second photos. And by doing so, you'll have the polyline that can be exported into the Excel. We also have actually added for the next scheduled version, we should go up next month, a mode where you just do this selection on one image. And if you have a text point cloud generated, it will be automatically projected inside the text point cloud. So you can think of it of how, even if you do the different touch from the laser scan, how accurate it will be. It really makes a difference. So now let me show you some interesting real-world scenarios in which Zephyr has been employed. So, the first two you've already seen during this presentation. So this is the easiest subject possible, a quarry. Everyone has seen quarries, photogrammetry. They always come out very beautifully, but this is especially interesting because this was done by a university in Italy that was comparing different photogrammetry solutions, so you can look it up. It's from it's also on our website, by the way, this link. So look it up if you're interested. You've also seen these body scan, and this is interesting because while most body scan rigs are made with reference cameras that are very expensive, this one was made with Raspberry. And even if the resolution is very low, this was like 5 megapixel photos, but by using our photo consistency mesh optimization, the final result really improved a lot. So this is interesting for that. This was about 120 pictures, so not even that many pictures for camera days. So let's talk about close range photogrammetry. This is an interesting car restoration project. So obviously this was an easy car because it was all rusty and dusty and whatever. But it's pretty interesting because you can see that still there are a lot of difficult surfaces anyways. And if you come to our book later, I will show you the same mesh generated without photo consistency and with photo consistency. And you will see how much detail improves. For example, you can look at the entire detail. You will not get that much detail without photo consistency. So this is a nice photogrammetry test case. Also, the texture has been improved greatly during the last few months. So let's talk about thermal UVs. This is an interesting, very low, like very low, it was 300 usually what you do to process thermal image is that you reconstruct the geometry using RGB images, and then you swap them out with the thermal imagery. In this case, we use only the thermal imagery, and as you can see, we still got a really good result, actually. It was 130 by 300 by 200 pixels image, so like very, very small. So, here's another interesting example. This is the HARRIET shipwreck from the US. This is especially interesting because this goes 200 meters below the lake surface, so no light at all. So they had to artificially light the scene, and this is one of the case scenarios where photogrammetry is actually your only option. You can only go there. They had this is actually a video stream that has been extracted using the automatic frame extraction feature in Zephyr. And even if it was, there was all the dirty water, no light at all, it was all artificial lighting with a moving drone, underwater drone, you can still get pretty good results. Obviously the mesh is not as perfect as you'd hope to be, but it's still pretty much usable. Here's a classic aerial dataset. So this is a flight of about 1,000 pictures in order to reconstruct a small chunk of the city. And this is interesting because usually most people think that when flying a drone in this grid pattern, you will lose all kinds of walls. That's not true. If you have enough pictures, well-shot picture, you will preserve all the data. You can see how edges are very well maintained by our own technology, as well as all other details, such as solar panels and whatever. So this is another photogrammetry example, but still a pretty good one. So this is a church in Venice, and this is actually a work in progress for restoration works. And this is being done by one of our customers that uses both photogrammetry and laser scanning. So the interior, for example, is photogrammetry only. And why it doesn't use both technologies? Because some places are very hard to reach with laser scan, think of the roof, or even in the external parts. It's in Venice, so unless you go with a gondola and put your laser scan on a gondola, you will not be able to scan certain parts of the side of the church. So before we move on to Q&A, I will have a few words I'd like to spend. And specifically, a few final comments. So, what's the right version of Zephyr for you? We have three versions actually. We have a light one, which has a lot of limitations. You can only process a certain amount of photos, but the drawing barrel has a limited number of photos. But basically, the light version is for hobbyists and people who do 3D printing. For people who do professional 3D modeling, we have a pro version, and for people who do professional surveying, we have the aerial. All these versions share the same technology, and it's basically just the tools that are available that changes. So the cost is €150 for the light version, 2,900 for the Pro, and 3,900 for the aerial. And today I'm happy to introduce you also the 3D Zephyr free version that will be launched next month. So it's obviously something to just try out the software. Basically, it has a huge limitation, which is basically no more than 50 pictures. Contextually, we are increasing the live version from 200 to 500 pictures as a limit for the live edition. But basically, we wanted to create this version because we realized that creating your project file and just creating a mesh to give to your client sometimes is a tedious work. So the Zephyr 3, it has some very limited computation capacity, but it can load any Zep file, any project file from any other Zephyr version. So you're doing your survey, you filter your control point and distances, you have generated the orthophoto for your client, but you can still want to give something else to your client. This is a completely free version that can open your project files, so you can also share your final project to your customer with this version. So, Q&A?